Hello everyone, it's Jessica here and I'm back with another scrapbook process video for you. And today I am showing you a layout using the Let's Get Messy cut file, and this one is from March of 2021. I've actually had this cut file for quite some time now, but I'm just finally getting around to using it. So originally what I was going to use this for was going to be some of my son's painting or coloring photos, but I actually pulled out these photos from, actually I think they are from March as well, from March 2021 I think. I've pulled out some photos of him playing in the leftover snow and mud outside in our yard, and I thought they'd be perfect for this layout. So I'm actually using a stencil that Marie just created from the September 2021 release. So this one kind of has some splatters that look like mud or paint. So I'm using that along with some Tim Holtz Distressed Inks in Stormy Sky, Faded Jeans, Chipped Sapphire, and Shaded Lilac. And I'll list those below for you in the description as well. So I'm just kind of blending those on my paper here onto this wood grain background because I wanted to give it some texture and some dimension. So I wanted to also mimic the colors in the cut file paper that you can see there on the right, which is from, I think it's called Bohemian Dreams. But I wanted to mimic the colors in that because it's kind of an ombre effect where it has the lilac color at the top and then it kind of fades out to a blue, but I used darker blue at the bottom because I didn't think that the lighter blue would show up very well on this paper. So I'm actually gonna cover most of it up, but you can still see it on my finished layout, so it's okay in the end. But here's my son's kind of messy, muddy photos. I absolutely love this close-up of his face. He kind of reminds me of one of those dogs that have the bullseye around their eye, if you know what I mean, where they're kind of a white dog and they have the black eye. That's what it reminds me of. I'm going to do a little bit of stamping on this. I kind of kick around a few different ones that I have. This one is just a cheapo stamp that I bought from wish.com. I don't remember. I don't even know if it came with packaging to even tell you a name of it, but that's where I got it from. And it was cheap and they still stamp pretty good. So I use this one a lot and I've been favoring it lately on most of my layouts. So I'm just using some close to my heart black ink, just some regular black. And I've already got my cut file backed here because I usually don't back them on camera since it takes so long. But I cut the regular cut file out of the paper and then I've backed it with just some clear vellum. And then I also have my splatters from the cut file as well. It's still stuck to my mat there on the right so that I don't lose them. Just going to continue to do some little bubble stamping around here for some dimension. Just kind of filling in around my cut file, giving it a little bit more grunge. And then I'm going to mat my photos here with just some smooth white cardstock. As you can see, I usually write my dates on all of my photos on the backs so I can remember what time frame they're from. So I pulled out my date stamp and already put the date into my date stamp so that I can stamp it at the end. And then here I'm going to be using some black Stays-On ink because I'm going to overlap onto the photos a little bit with this stamp, so I want to make sure that it's going to stay to the photo, and that's where the Stays-On ink comes in handy. Because if you use regular ink, it will smear and smudge. It doesn't really ever dry on top of a photo, so that's why I pulled out the Stays-On ink for those. Then I'm just kind of using whatever random embellishments I can find to match this. I'm not using any particular collection. I'm kind of doing a little bit of Stashbusting. I'm using some Pocket Page, Project Life stamps. I'm using some Photo Play stickers. I called them stamps, but I meant stickers. You know what I mean. So just kind of filling this in here and there, adding little bits. You know, I always have to add a lot of extra crap to my layout, so that's what I'm doing. And I love these little stickers. These are actually for Project Life pocket pages, but I use them for a lot of different things. I do want to mention too that I did some off-camera stamping because I forgot to turn my camera back on. So I also stamped these cute little arrows that are pointing to the photos in the cut file as well, which you can see here. I'm actually peeling the backing up off of my Cricut mat to use as my template here because I want to keep those little splats kind of lined up along with where the cut file originally goes. So I'm going to move a couple of them because they're going to be on my photos, but for the most part I want to keep them where they belong. So I just kind of use that as my template to line them up, and then I just kind of shimmy them around a little bit to where I like them. But you kind of have to be careful if you are adhering these on top of the splatters I made with the stenciling, because the Tim Holtz ink does react to water and liquid, so anywhere where this glue is going to touch it, it's going to react a little bit. But I don't much care for this because on this particular layout it's kind of splotchy and splatty anyways, so that just really adds some dimension to my layout, so it's perfectly fine for me. So just adhering all these little splatters down to finish off that cut file, and then I'm going to continue to embellish a little bit more. Just pulling out my date stamp here. This is the Project Life Becky Higgins date stamp, which I absolutely love, and I use it on all of my layouts pretty much. And then I'm just going to add a few little stars in here. These stickers I actually got from the Dollar Tree, believe it or not. So they're actually some planner stickers. Just adding in a few things, and then this is my finished layout. So here's some close-ups for you guys to see. This cut file is still in the shop, and I'll link it below for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you can join in on all of our fun challenges in the Peartree Cutfiles Facebook group. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.